Okay. Hi, ladies. No guys to say ladies and gentlemen. It's just us. um, so August is a special month. Maybe it's because I'm biased, but I enjoy the additional love that we get as women because it is Women's Month in SA. So I thought it would be fitting to do a podcast with all the females in Matlala group. So the topic that I had chosen for this session is women in tech, which is even more appropriate because we are an IT company and you guys are doing great things in the IT space. Okay, so I don't want it to be like an interview. I want everybody to speak freely. I want us to have a conversation. Let's just relax, chill, and speak from our hearts. You know, something that we are born to do. Okay, so I think to start off, what we'll do is I'll just go around the room and maybe you could start off by introducing yourself, saying what is your job title, so what do you do within Matlala Group, and then maybe just a brief summary of your personal journey towards IT. So how did you get into IT? Why did you get into IT? And then from there we'll just go with the flow. Okay, so any volunteers on who would like to go first, or should I just do a lucky draw? Okay, Anwani, you've got the mic, so it makes sense. It makes sense.
Hi everyone. I am Anwani Nemakwaran and I am business automation intern. My journey with technology is okay. I chose technology because the world is changing, or the world has changed to technology. Everything we do on a daily basis includes technology. So I wanted to be part of that change. That's why I chose technology.
Great. Any regrets?
No regrets.
No
regrets.
Great. That's great. Maybe someone on this side. Lebu, I'm going to pick on you.
Hi everyone. My name is Lebohang Madiehe and I am a data, AI and analytics intern. My journey with technology started in all the way from high school. Back in high school, I did IT in high school, and I just fell in love with the problem solving that comes with it. The also wanting to break the gender stereotypes of IT. Obviously, going into varsity, it was mostly males. So I felt empowered. I was like, oh, okay, so I can be able to blend in as well, contribute, be able to make a change. And also it's a very demanding industry, high demanding. So I think it's a good way for us women to be involved in that, also have our own like financial representation, like financial independence. So yeah.
No, that's great. That's great. And, you know, so in preparing for this podcast, I started looking at some information around women in tech. So a few things one thing that stood out for me was the Fortune 500 companies. It finally made it to I think it's 50%, a 10% ratio to women who are heading up all these Fortune 500 companies. So there's women doing big, amazing things in not only in tech but in different industries. So the leader of Oracle, she is Safra Katz. She is the head of Oracle globally. Then we've got we've got Sandy Lerma. She co-founded Cisco, one of the largest networking brands. And then we bring it to South Africa. We've got Smangele Nkosi, the beautiful Smangele Nkosi, and she heads up Cisco South Africa. And then so there's women doing great things. So I think women are seen as more than just admin, as more than just finance. We are able to do IT. We are able to lead companies in a male-dominated industry. So that was it was really eye-opening when I was doing my research to see, okay, there's actually so much progress that is being made, not just in South Africa, but in the world. Okay, so maybe we could go back to this side, and Thelma, if you could just introduce yourself, tell us why IT, and how did you get to this point?
Hello, everyone. My name is Thelma. I am an infrastructure and networking intern. So my journey with IT started back in 2018 when I went to tertiary. I fell in love with IT because, like Lebo said, back in the days, IT has been a male-dominated field. So I also wanted to be one of those women who are like women in tech. Yeah, so what I love about IT is that with technology, there are a lot of challenges. So in IT, you have to identify the challenge and then come up with a solution. So yes, I love coming up with solutions to a problem.
So a consistent theme amongst everybody that has spoken so far is wanting to break a barrier. We all know that IT is male-dominated. So, of course, with that, anyone trying to do something different, trying to make a change, trying to turn things around, they will experience some challenges along the way. So does anybody want to talk a little bit on that, on what are some of the challenges that you may have experienced in your budding career? I know that it's still early in your career, but is there anything that has happened that would be seen as a challenge in breaking through the IT industry? Anybody want to take that question?
Hi everyone.
Hey.
So my name is Thobeka Mnyoni, and what I do at Matlala is that I'm an IT intern for security. So I would answer your question by saying that I think I've experienced that challenge before. I won't say how, but it's a stereotype where they think you're not good enough, or if they see your qualification, they think you now seem like you're better than them, but you're not. You're just trying to break the stereotype of trying to make sure that every woman can participate in IT, because it's what I love and it's what I loved doing. So I feel like it was a challenge for me because it seemed like I knew more than them. And when you try and apply for a higher position, they would see that, oh, she's trying to take our jobs now, while you are a senior and I'm just a junior trying to grow and be like you
and make it
make it. But instead of you encouraging me and telling me what to do, you're breaking me down every time you need to have a meeting when I do something good. So I think it was a big challenge for me, but I was able to just go there and work and just focus on what I was there to do.
And that's great. And thank goodness that one of the skills that we as women have is resilience. We're able to just keep going and going and going, even when it's not as pleasant, but you know what the end goal is, and you know what your vision is, and you just keep going towards it and fighting for what you believe in. I can just imagine the ladies who are now in these amazing positions, who are heading up tech companies, what they maybe had to go through to get to that point. So I think it's great that young ladies in this day and age have role models to look up to. You know, previously there were not many women that were heading up companies, especially IT companies. So it's so great to have not just women internationally, but also locally. You know, and it's refreshing. It really is. Neo, can you maybe take us through your IT journey? Where did it start? How did you get to this point? Are you enjoying it?
Okay, hello everyone. I am Ngwenya. Well, I share a different narrative because I didn't do IT. If anything, I didn't choose IT. These are my words. I always use them. I say IT chose me because I just took an opportunity. You know, there was a learnership program that was out, and I took that chance because they didn't want IT, they didn't want for someone to have IT background. So I was like, okay, let's go. And when I got here, it's been challenging, I don't want to lie, but I love learning. I love growing. I love challenges. So I made sure that with everything that was put in front of me, there was only good that could come out of it, and that for me was learn something and grow as a person.
No, that's great. So you have like a double whammy.
Yeah.
So you coming into IT, learning IT, and also just trying to get used to the working environment that such a job comes with. But with, and I'm not trying to like blow our own horn or anything, but when we started the first skills program for Matlala Group, it was 100% intentional that we took on more females than we did males. There was a reason for that, and the reason is obviously to advance women. You know, not that we are biased or anything like that, but just because we feel passionate about not just youth skills development, but also female skills development. You know, there's such amazing opportunities for women in tech in South Africa and in any industry for that sake. So and we'll continue to do that as Matlala Group. We'll continue to prioritize females because we know that there is a shortage of female IT skills in the market, you know, and what better way to give females opportunities than to get them in, do a skills program, do the mentoring that comes with it, and then just help them along their journey. You know, we are just there to support, but we know that not just women, but everybody who gets an opportunity like joining a skills program, they work extra hard and they do their best, you know. So that's just something that I wanted to mention. Maybe we could ask the newest member of our team, Rethabile, to introduce yourself and then just give us a bit of your background. You are different in that you have an IT background and a sales background as well. So can you just tell us a little more about that?
Okay, hi guys. I'm Rethabile Molefe. I have a degree in information management, which is broad because it has both IT and business and finances. So I previously worked as a technical support consultant. So I have experience of being a technician and a salesperson. So yeah, and then for Matlala Group, I'm new to the group and as an account manager. So I'm now focused in sales, but around tech. So what I would say is IT is very broad. One thing I like about it, because you can be many things. many things of it. So yeah, I just love learning, exploring, and just pushing myself to a certain level, because I always like knowing. And I feel like as a woman, we get judged a lot, be it looks, everything, physically, and because IT is so male dominant, you get judged by everything. The minute you walked in, they're already judging you. They already have a narrative of their own that, oh, okay, yeah, and then they've just already made up stories, or they just try tricking you into all these things. But one thing I love about women is that we work hard and we never really get the price of it, but I believe it's our time and we headed there.
Great. I love that. I love that. And I agree with you. Now, in breaking barriers and trying to dominate the IT industry, we are more than just our jobs, you know, we have personal lives as well. So maybe I could pose the question to the moms in the room. How do you manage the work and personal life balance, especially at the stage of your career where you know you need to work a little bit harder because you are still building the foundation and you are still acquiring all the knowledge that you're going to need in your career. So I expect that comes with a lot of late nights, early mornings, weekends. So as a woman and a mom in tech, how do you find that balance, or what are your observations when it comes to that?
Hi everyone. I'm Bonolo Mphaga. With a life balance between work and being a mom and a wife. Wow.
It's a long list.
Yeah, it's not easy because, you know, after work, if I didn't finish anything here at work, I need to go home and cook and fetch the kid from school and, you know, have a quality time with the family. And also, if they go to sleep, I'll have to sit on my laptop and do whatever I needed to finish. So in that space, it's been a journey, but as a human, as woman, I have to take it step by step. I don't need to like pull myself over and say no, you can't do this. But and I try by all means that every day I balance my life and also the other mom thing, work life thing. So it's a journey, but you know, there's nothing I can do. At the end of the day, I need to stand on my own. I need to do what I like, which is tech. I've been in tech for quite some time and I love it. So there's nothing that can say, you know what, leave this tech and do something else. No, I won't do that. Like, no.
It's a big no.
Yeah, it's a big no. It will never happen. So yeah, it's been challenging, but every day we take it slowly but surely. And yeah.
No, that's great. And I can only imagine it being difficult, you know, but just hopefully at some point all your hard work pays off and you get to do the things that you love on the scale that you want to do it. And we just keep working towards that. Angela, any input from your side? You are a working mom with a hectic role within Matlala Group. We focus on the public sector industry, and in doing business with public sector, you engage with them via tenders. So Angela heads up our tender department. She responds to all our tenders. She does that and 5 million other things. So Angela, with your role that has so many deadlines, all the time. You're chasing deadlines, you putting things together, you're busy with, let's say, 5 different moving parts. How do you manage the work and personal life balance, especially being a mom?
Hi everyone. My name is Angela and I'm the bid administrator for Matlala, as you've already stated. I would say it all goes to time management and doing what you love. You know, if you're doing something with passion, it's different as for doing it to get a paycheck at the end of the month. So now with me being a mom on the side to a very, very hectic child, mind you, I just make sure that I balance everything, because you need to have balance. So I make sure that with everything that I do, I, plan my time, plan whatever it is that I do beforehand, so that I don't rush things and forget some of the things that I need to do work related. And being in the IT field, this is a new industry overall for me. So coming here and learning everything and looking at all these beautiful women, inspiring me with all the questions that I'm asking them when I need to respond to tenders, and they're telling me all these big new words. I'm like, wow. Like, wow, I find it so inspiring, and wish that, some of the good days, one day I could also be, one of those people who say that I would love to leave for tech as well. Yeah. Thank you.
I love that. And just on the note on them inspiring you, if I could put a question out to the group, anybody who wants to answer, do you guys have any role models that have almost led you to tech, or is there any female role models that you guys look up to and you say, okay, one day I will get there, and that is what my goal is, that is what I'm going to do, and I see this woman or this person as the manifestation of who I am working towards, So does anybody have somebody that they look up to in terms of role models, whether it's in tech or not in tech, just somebody that you look up to and inspires you?
I would definitely say Neo. She shared her story with me in the beginning of my journey at Matlala, and she doesn't come from an IT background. I also don't come from an IT background, and just seeing how she's climbed the ladder and her determination to get where she wants to be really inspired me and empowered me, actually. So, I really want to climb the ladder and get into any field in IT. But yeah, thank you for that, Neil.
Wow, no. Getting your flowers. Anybody else that would like to share? Okay.
It's not somebody that is famous or well known. Sorry. So there's this lady, beautiful lady. She's in tech and she's been in tech. Her name is Sipe Matole. She's very close to me, and she's a senior developer, not just when you say you develop, you do this pace. No. She does everything from scratch. She's always up. You call her 2:00, she's like, no, I'm still busy with something. She calls you at 7:00. No, I've been busy. I'm like, oh my gosh. She's so busy. She has businesses as well. And, her love for tech is out of this world. She competes with men. She's in the top level with men at wherever. I can't name the company, but it's a
For
very
sure,
big
yes.
company. So in that, now she was recently recruited to be a tech leader. So she's leading men.
Wow.
In her team, she's the only woman, and she's leading other men.
That's
so
amazing.
she's like a very big inspiration to me. She's like, yeah. And she works hard. She works twice or 10 times harder than men. I could say that because I've seen it. And the results when they say, Sipe did this, Sipe did that, I'm like, oh, wow, okay.
Inspiring.
This is another level of things. But yeah, it's inspiring to get wherever she is. She worked very hard. She did not go around with, some other silly things I can't mention to get wherever she is. I saw her hard work from, when I started meeting her, and I'm like, okay, whatever you getting the blessings and everything, you've been working very hard and you deserve it.
For sure, for sure. So I don't know if it's unfortunate or fortunate that we have to work extra hard, because at the end of it, it builds character in us, it only helps us and develops us, and and maybe that's how we are able to cross the finish line and do all these amazing things.
Yeah, true.
Khopotso, do you mind just sharing with us your journey on how you got to this point?
Okay, my name is Khopotso Maditse. My journey with tech actually started in varsity. I had set out to study to become a CA, but instead of being intrigued by the numbers that I was inputting into an accounting software, I was intrigued by the software. And I took a risk. I did not communicate with anyone and just hopped over and switched majors. At the end of that particular year, I was like, okay, so this is what I did. And they're like, okay, cool. Is it going to guarantee your future? I was like, definitely. And they're like, well, we support you. And it's just been that ever since. And I'm happy, to be honest. I have no regrets with the major shift that I took. But I guess also having that business and management background that I got initially helps with becoming a business analyst going forward. And also the IT that comes with it is very beneficial because, well, honestly, IT is all about making things easy for the next person. So if I can see a system and I can say, okay, well, we can change this and make it easier, make it more efficient, make it cost efficient, still the accountant and me speaking, but in an IT space now. So that's how I ended up here.
And that's exactly what tech is meant to do. Tech is meant to support whatever the goal is. We don't do things just to implement. We have a goal, we have a vision, and then we use the tech to support that. We are very, very strict on that. We don't take a technology to a client. We go to a client, we understand what their issue is, and then in resolving the issue, we say, okay, this is the tech that would be able to best help address whatever challenge the client may be addressing. We don't go, okay, here's a solution, what is your problem? It should be the other way around. That we are the human beings. We need to sort of think outside the box and then use the IT to bring to life whatever ideas we may have in our mind. Okay. So any final thoughts on this important month that we are currently in? Anything inspiring that you would like to leave with any young female individual that may be watching and wanting to get into the tech space, but still maybe feeling a bit intimidated? What are some of the I don't want to call it tips and tricks, but what is some advice that you could give to ladies out there who are looking to get into tech? Rethabile, Renelielwe. Yeah, let's do Renelielwe and then Rethabile.
Hi everyone. But actually I wanted to comment on the role model and the inspiring, but it's fine. Hi everyone. My name is Renelielwe Dibe. Watinta bafazi, watinti mbogo. Yeah, it's a women's month, guys.
Yes.
So, regarding the role model topic or what inspired me to be in tech, honestly speaking, nobody inspired me, or I didn't have any role model. But in future, I foresee myself being a role model for another lady who wants to join the IT industry, because so far I enjoy doing IT. When I grow up, it was something that I didn't see myself doing. But then as I was granted opportunities in IT, I started to enjoy IT, and then I foresee myself doing it for the rest of my life. So, and hopefully I'll do it to an extent that I inspire someone, and then I become a role model to some ladies. So, yes.
I love that. I really love that.
Forgot the advice part.
Okay,
I mean, there is nothing hectic in IT. If you see an opportunity, or if you are granted an opportunity, just run with it. Yeah, that's how I landed in IT. It was something that I wanted to do, but then as much as opportunities were coming along my way, that's when I grabbed. And then that's when, even because I was doing some learnerships, and then there were a period of 12 months, and then even if I wanted some posts to apply, I was specifically now looking for IT post. So yeah.
Thanks, Renelielwe. Rethabile?
Okay, so an advice I would give to a woman or lady or young girl is that it doesn't matter where it is, how big it is, how small it is, go for it if you want it. There's nothing that we cannot do as women. Yeah.
So true. And I think all the ladies who are making it in these important roles, they are testament of how possible it is, you know. So, Tits, any advice that you could give the ladies out there?
Hello, everyone.
I know you got some good advice in there. I know.
Talia.
Dig deep.
I'm Detelelo Buthelezi, business automation intern. Firstly, I would like to go to my journey with IT also. In high school, I didn't do IT. I didn't know what was IT even. So when I wanted to do engineering. So when I went to varsity in engineering, they were looking for English level 5 and English. So the only course that was open by the time, it was IT. So instead of me going back to KZN, I was like, let me just go for it. I'll see. When I get there, say it was hectic. To a point, I think first semester I was like, I am going back home. Then, you know, you have a conversation, you talk with people, ne? You tell them, I want to go back. I'm like, no, relax, you will be fine. Second semester comes, and I'm starting to see things, you know. So now I'm starting to realize, what is it, Ebile? So now I'm like, oh, okay, this thing, it's something that is deep and it's something that is unique. Because in IT, by clapping your hands 3 times, you can make this remote move. Technology, you know. So I was like, it's more like you are taking a non-living thing to a living thing. So I was like, I'll go for it. Let me just give it a try and see what does it take me. So an advice I can give for a girl's child, the sky's the limit. Just go there and fight for what is yours. Yeah.
There's nothing impossible.
Thank you, Renelielwe. Thank you. And thank you to all of you ladies. We are so fortunate to have you all working for Matlala Group. Not just because you're a woman, but because you guys also have skills, you know, special skills that you can bring to Matlala Group and have brought to Matlala Group, you know. Many of you have had input on technical responses and had input on doing internal projects that we have embarked on. So we are so honored to have you guys with Matlala Group, and we hope that someday in the future you guys will also head up these big tech companies, if that's what you want, of course. But just continue in your passion, which is IT, and passion is like the best driver for anything. So as long as you have that, I know that anything is possible. Hey, Renelielwe, so one more time for us. One more time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ladies, and all the best.